a very beautiful evening from India, and a great noon, great morning to all the global and pious souls who are watching us live today on Global Talk Show by Business Bar Academy, Netherlands. And today we have a very special guest, Linda Duong from Australia. Welcome, Linda, to our talk show.
Thank you so much for having me on. Greetings, everybody from beautiful Sydney, Australia, the place where the koalas are always eating and sleeping. It's my happy place to be. And it suits my quote. My quote is, happiness is another form of wealth. It's your most treasured form of wealth.
Great. And before I take this journey on with you all, let me apprise Linda Tomai Duong. She is a Three Hearts founder, speaker, link coaching, self-leadership, business strategy coach, and #1 international best-selling author, Connection, the Currency to Happiness. And now let's take this journey on, and I say 1, 2, 3, start. We are ready to listen Linda's incredible journey.
Hi. So, did you want me to share with you right from the beginning, or what I'm doing now? How shall we go about it?
What is your what type of a life in your journey which you are faced? Anything which your heart wants.
Well, how about we go back in time? Let's travel back in time a little bit, and I'll tell you right from the beginning, and I'll take you on a journey to where I am now. Would that be good?
Sure.
So, just to let our friends know, I mean, we have friends from all around the world. I was actually born in Vietnam. I live in Sydney now, but I actually was born in Vietnam at the end of the Vietnam War. But I also have Chinese heritage in me. So I have a mixed, diverse culture in me. And so what's interesting is that when I was growing up, I actually didn't even see color photo. Neither did I see color TV. So kids these days have everything in their fingertips, right? With the iPad, the iPhone, you can literally see the world. You can just type up YouTube, Mongolia or Sweden or anywhere. You could literally see the scene. You could literally see the way of life and how people speak. Whereas for me, when I was little, I didn't have any of those. I didn't even know what a computer looked like. So I came from very primitive time. So my kids sometimes joke with me that, Mom, you come from the dinosaur time. And so then all of a sudden, at the age of 15, I was teleported to Sydney, Australia, and I did not know a word of English. So let me share with you, my friends, your past seriously does not determine your future. I have traveled in time. I have literally traveled past. I feel as if I traveled past through generations. Can you imagine? Can you imagine, you are living in the time, in the era where it was only black and white TV, no emails, no Facebook, no YouTube whatsoever. I have not even seen what a world map looked like or a world model. It was very basic. And I did not even have color pencils. I never have plastic toys, color pencils. So I literally traveled through different generations of time. And so then suddenly I came to Sydney, Australia. It was a complete different world. So if anybody's watching, and if you ever feel like, your past wasn't ideal and this is not exactly where you are now, just know your past and your current situation does not equal your future. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. So I didn't even have anything, but with lots of determination and hard work, after I came to Australia, I study and I work hard. I literally have now been able to achieve every single dream I have so far.
Wow.
When I was 5, I dreamed of making dresses because I didn't have beautiful dresses. If you could imagine, I was born at the end of the Vietnam War. On top of that, I am one of the 10 kids, and I'm the second last youngest. And so I was always wearing hand-me-downs, if you know how it's like. And so one of the dream was to make beautiful dresses. So after I came to Sydney, Australia, I go to school, I study fashion design, and eventually I opened my bridal boutique.
Wow.
So dreams are possible, okay? And not only that, don't stop when we're not talking about being greedy, but I'm talking about if you really have dreams, go for them. So that was 5 years old. When I was 5 years old, I want to make beautiful dresses. And then when I was 7 years old, it was the first time my sister who came to Sydney, Australia, sent a photo home. It was the first time that I saw color photo. It was the first time in my entire life I saw someone with blonde hair, blue eyes, and I was just mesmerized. I was just like, oh my goodness, what is this? Like, I was just literally daydreaming every day. And eventually I traveled the world. I've been to Alaska 25 years ago. Time flies. I've been to Europe in 1997. I went to America, Canada, a few countries in Asia. I've been to over 55 cities and more, actually more now. So if you do have your dreams, all I'm trying to share is that keep them alive. Don't forget them. Sometimes we go through life and life is tough and we always get challenges. And yes, we have to pay the bills. And yes, we have to do everything to survive and to keep going. But don't let your dream die inside you. Keep them alive. One day they will come. None of the success comes overnight. Don't forget that, right? The dream of making beautiful dress wasn't just like one day I make a dream and the next day it happened. That dream was with me when I was only 5 years old, right? And it took many, many years until I came to Australia, until I learned the language, until I study fashion design before it came to fruition. So I think a lot of people these days are really looking up to all of these fancy images, but forget the journey. It takes a journey, right? It takes a journey. It takes, when you plant the seed, you can't expect the fruit to come up tomorrow, can you? Right? It takes time. So our life journey is the same and our dreams is the same. But all I'm saying is that keep them alive. Don't forget them. And that's all I do, is that with all of my early childhood dreams, I kept them with me and I work on them. So that's 2 dreams came true. And then after I have children, because of the love of being parenting, the love of being their first teacher, it had led me to another early childhood dream. When I was about 10, I met this amazing teacher. And I thought one day I would love to help others to learn too. Because when I started kindergarten, my kindergarten teacher kind of scared me a little bit. Because back then, if you could imagine, the teachers hold a cane to catch naughty kids. And so every day I just get really scared when I go to school. And so I learned nothing, right? Until I was about grade 3. This sweet teacher come into the classroom and I have not learned anything from her, but immediately I felt this sense of safety. I felt safe and I felt okay with her, and I was able to be relaxed, and I thought, that's it. That's how teachers are supposed to be, And so that planted another seed. Now that didn't come out straight away, right? Because after school, they asked me, like, at around year 10 in Australia, around year 10, they asked you, what do you want to be when you grow up, And I thought, I want to be a teacher. But at the time, I could barely speak English myself, right? But I could easily just let that dream go and say, no, I'm not going to be a good teacher. I can't do it. And that's it. Forget it, right? But I didn't. I kept it with me. I kept it with me, and until after I have my own children, I go back to school. I study primary teaching.
Wow.
I have
Oh,
not stopped
great.
studying. So if you have a dream, keep it alive, keep working on it. One day it will just come. So after I have my own children, the love of learning, the love of teaching, and my children inspire me to be better. They inspire me to be curious, to learn like them, with them. And so I study primary teaching. And so that's my third early childhood dream came true.
Oh,
When my
great.
daughter was in the kindergarten, I went 3 times a week to volunteer to help out. When they went preschool, I went. Whenever there was an opportunity, I would volunteer, I would teach.
Super. That's really, really great.
Yeah, so that's 3 dreams, right? 3 dreams come true.
And I
And
think
so
that's
then
the reason 3 hearts you have put, 3 hearts.
yes, 3 hearts, 3 dreams. And there's more. And there's more. Like, in
Okay.
2016, I studied visual arts because, like I said before, I did not even have color pencil.
Oh,
And so then in 2015, I finally studied visual arts. I had exhibitions, and in
mhm.
2016, my self-portrait was finalist for the Women's Art Prize on the theme of
Wow.
equality. And it didn't stop. It didn't stop, right? I wrote a
Right.
book. The book has changed many people's lives. As an extension of the book, I founded 3 Hearts. And so if you just keep working on your dreams, you can achieve them. And so never give up. Never, ever forget your dreams.
Wow.
Always remember what you hold valuable, right? Because after I came to Australia, I could just easily say, oh, this is the new world, this is new way of life, forget the old dreams, just say for the new shiny object. But I didn't. I remember my old dreams. I remember my early childhood dreams,
Mhm.
and I kept working on them. And so, yeah, that's a speed summary of the story.
Oh, so emotional, Linda.
So with
And
with my book,
great.
as you can see, the book on my uh, Zoom background here,
Mhm.
it's called Connection: The Currency to Happiness.
Oh,
Access your happiness right here, right now. The book has helped many people achieve their dream as well. I have
super.
teachers who wanted to write their book, but wasn't sure. Being an author is not easy, right? You
Mhm.
always get the challenge, who's going to read my book? Am I going to be good enough, right? Because of
Right.
all of these self-critique, challenge that we give ourselves, it makes it really difficult to be an author. And so I have teachers who have books that they want to write, but they were being challenged by their own self-critical thoughts. And from reading my book, from hearing my journey, it gave them the bolster, the confidence to say, look, if she didn't even speak English when she came to Australia and she could do it, maybe I can too. And so it's been really heartwarming. I have many, many heartwarming stories of how people become author after they read my book, how
Yes.
they live their life happier. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
My goodness. Linda, I don't have any words, to speak now. I'm just stuck up. What a vibrant and what an inspirational when you said you have not witnessed color pencils, you have not seen this, that. I was thinking maybe she's saying like that, just like that. But when you told your story, really, it brought me tears. And I was thinking, oh God, so touching. Oh, this woman who is so successful today, 3 Hearts founder, link coaching, connection, the currency of happiness, was her past was like that. And really, Linda, I'm so, so proud on you being a woman. You have created miracles and you have showed when we are alive, making our dream alive, nothing can stop us. And never ever give up on your dreams. Linda, this is really, really great to hear your story. And I will request and respect all my viewers who are watching this and who are going to take a lot of inspiration from Linda's journey, and they are going to inculcate the same enthusiasm in their life too. So hats off to you, Linda. Well done for this beautiful answer. Great.
Thank you. Thank you.
I have nothing to ask more when I have heard all these things. But still, I have to ask.
I talk quite
Because-
fast, don't I? But what probably surprised is that when I was little, I barely talk. I actually barely talk when I was little, and I used to
Oh,
be very timid. I
okay.
used to be very quiet,
Uh-huh.
and it's my life story that turned me into a speaker.
That's true.
So as friends found out, as friends learned about my life story, it got shared, and then I got invited onto podcasts before my book was even published.
Oh,
So in 2016, there's a PhD in UK, found out my story,
mhm.
and then he said, Linda, I would love to interview you because, you know, some of us can't even achieve one of our life dreams, and you achieve all of yours. And so it's my life story that turned me into a speaker.
Mhm.
So if anyone who is listening and you have stories to tell and you feel that you're too shy, don't even think about it. Don't even think about it, but focus on your story. You focus on sharing your story, you will become a natural speaker. And that's what happened with me. And
That's
so
true.
as for my journey, not only I have helped people become authors, I have people become speakers. I even have people someone who spoke for 10 years, and she's just like, Linda, I want to learn more from you, like, you know. And so I help people to become authors, speakers. I help teachers. I help associate professors and even deans from university in America, the faculty of psychology. That's
Mhm.
because I'm all about self-leadership.
Wow. Super.
So because I'm not focusing on a system or anything else but you, I'm all about self-leadership. That's why I'm able to help anybody from any walks of life. My youngest friend, I call them friends, my younger friends that I have helped, it's 5 and 7 years old.
Oh,
They were afraid to get into the ice skating ring in Australia here. And I played game with them in a matter of 5 minutes. We were in there. Months
Mhm.
later, they train, they compete. And now years later, they moved to Europe. And in winter in Europe, they actually skate on the ice lake. And so not only I help them overcome their fear of, you know, doing something new, doing something different, getting out of the comfort zone, but I have also helped them gain a lifelong skill now that they can actually enjoy life in Europe. Because some parts in Europe in winter, you don't walk, you literally skate on the ice lake. And so it's amazing. So those two little friends, 5 and 7 years old, and then I have helped people right up through to beyond 70 years old, from all age, all walks of life. I have helped moms, business, male and female, entrepreneurs. I have helped professors, all walks of life, all walks of life. And
that's really great.
recently I have a special program where I help professionals to speak English as their second language.
Oh, that's awesome.
And it's a super, super special program that take you from, we call it from zero to hero. So it's a little
Super.
journey,
Uh-huh.
how to go from zero to hero in 6 weeks.
Oh,
First, by being your own hero
wow.
and honing in English
Mhm.
so that you can be the leader that you're meant to be. So
Super.
that's one of my core program. And I have amazing coachees and they love it. Even from the first session, they're like
Oh.
loving everything they learn and they share with their partner, and we're just having a lot of fun. Yeah.
That's just really great, Linda. But in this journey, did you find any challenges that were so hard for you to overcome, and how did you do that? Any
Oh
challenges?
dear. I would love to know if anybody who has no challenges, right? Even the king and the queen and the presidents have their challenges.
Yes.
I think it's unrealistic to believe that we have no challenges.
Mhm.
I think some of us just make it look like easy. But
Exactly.
reality is that we all have challenges.
Mhm.
And I could tell you, like, some days we all experience challenges differently. One
Mhm.
of mine was like when I was editing my book, I was literally sitting here in tears,
Ah,
right?
great.
Because for some people, editing is easier than writing. For some other people, writing it's easier. We all are different. But the editing process was so challenging. I was literally sitting here in tears, wiping my
Oh.
tears away as I write it. And how did I overcome it? You just have to be patient and having your
Definitely.
end goal in mind. Having your end goal in mind. It's like, when you get in the car and you punch into the GPS, you know where you want to go, right? And so
Yeah.
as you're driving, you know how far you're going to, how much longer you're going to
Longer
get
you
there.
can get
Right.
there. Yeah.
And so you would put up, you try, you keep trying, you keep hoping because you see the destiny, right? It's a little bit like that in your mind. In my mind, I had that in my mind. I was so determined that I want to be a bestseller,
Mhm.
a best-selling author. And so no matter how hard it was, I just had to put up with it. I just had to grind through it. It's
Mhm.
determination. It's your sheer will and determination that get you there. No one else can get you where you need to go except yourself.
That's
And
true.
determination is the only way. Yeah.
That's really true. You are
Yeah.
muted.
So
Yeah.
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 Sorry.
Mhm.
Yeah. So determination is the only way, and having that end goal in mind, having that end vision in mind,
Mhm.
really, really helps. And
That's
so
really
that's how I
wonderful.
overcome the challenge. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
after listening your challenges, I am thinking challenges is just like, anything which can be blown away by Linda's hard work, determination, and perseverance. And that's what you have proved, Linda. So that's really, really great. Well, in overcoming challenges, did you find any aha moment in your life or wow moment? Oh, I am waiting for this moment and it's there. So didn't you find that in your life?
Oh, I think a lot of people will say that they have like those aha moments. For me, it's slightly different.
Okay.
For me, because I'm really in tune with myself.
Correct.
Because I really hold dear to my heart and my value and what I do. So therefore, it wasn't just one moment, but
Mhm.
it's more like a continuum of believing, working on it, and then tuning into myself.
No.
And so then therefore, it wasn't like just one moment like that,
Mhm.
but it's more of me following my intuition.
Mhm.
And then it would just be, okay, I feel good to do this. And something led me to feel that I want to do that. It was
Wow.
more like that. It's more like a how shall I explain? More like a flow of the wind.
Waves. You can say waves moving here or there,
the,
here or there.
the waves and the winds. It's a bit more like that. It's a bit more like,
Oh.
I'm going for a walk and I saw a flower or saw a bird, and then I get an inspiration, and
Hmm.
then I would follow that inspiration. Or my favorite time is going to the mountain or to the beach.
Wow.
And then yes, I love going to the
Same here.
mountain and the
Same
beach.
here.
Yeah. And
It's
so as I tune into nature, I love nature, and I share in the book. I really um, suggest people to connect with nature. The answers is in nature.
yes.
And so as I connect with nature, I will get more inspiration, and then I would just take action on it, and I would just take action on it. And so one tip I would share is that always take action. Action equates results. You can study all you want. The information just stay in your head if you don't take action. If you don't do something with information, you can wish all you want, but if you don't take action, your wish and your dream will still stay in the head. So always take action. Action, action, action equates results.
That's really, really lovely. So, Linda, we are seeing you in three hearts. And three hearts, as you also told about your journey. But still, I want to know about what are these three hearts, link coaching, connection, the currency to happiness. Your background says all, but still, I want to hear.
So everything it is got like it's like a, connectedness. Link coaching is like, you know, from one point you link to another, and I always see I see things very easily for other people. I can link things up very quickly, and I can join the dots very quickly for them, and that's how I help them to access their full potential. That's what link coaching.
Mhm.
Connection, the currency to happiness. It's all about connecting. So to me, connecting is when we're happiest. When you're alone, you're very lonely. It doesn't matter how much money you earn. It doesn't matter how high status you are. It doesn't matter if you're the king, the queen. If you're alone by yourself, it's just really lonely. You cannot be happy. So connection is the currency to happiness. Again, just joining the dot, linking. And then with link coach, with three hearts stands for love and connection for ourselves.
Mhm.
Heart number 2, love and connection for each other. Heart number 3 is love and connection for the universe.
Wow.
And
Beautiful.
is an extension of my book. So Three Heart is a community, a platform for everyone to connect with each other authentically. What we do is at the whole center of it is that we connect with each other, but then I help members to actually connect with themselves without realizing.
Oh.
So I help members to connect with themselves deeper, and we have transformation happens in our community. During COVID 2020, everyone needed connection.
Wow.
And so we created a global community.
Yeah.
We have helped people, and it was amazing. It was just amazing. We have really heartwarming stories.
Right.
So many heartwarming stories. For example, I have someone who's gone through a tough time, being isolated, you know, gone into depression for about 8 to 10 years. By 10, she found my book, and from the book, it helped her to reconnect with herself, reconnect with other friends, and then connect with me. Became Three Hearts Ambassador, and within the 1 year of being a Three Hearts Ambassador, she was able to reinvent herself as a trauma coach.
Oh,
and
awesome.
Just really amazing. Yeah, I even have someone who had speech delay, but through Three Hearts nurturing environment was able to achieve his goal and his dream of become a speaker.
Right.
We have amazing stories, really heartwarming, amazing stories.
One day, sure.
Well,
So
you can't just listen and have the transformation. You actually have to participate. And to participate, you actually attend the meetings. So I created this really special format of the Three Hearts meeting. And during the meeting, we connect with each other, but ultimately I help everyone to connect with themselves deeper. Wow. And that's where transformations happen.
And you are transforming the world today live. I'm sure the audience who are watching us, seriously, they are getting transformed by your inspirational words. And I'll recommend everyone to connect with Linda for a Three Hearts transformation. And I can guarantee you, your all problems will be just like a fraction of a second, will get it solved by Three Hearts, love, compassion, and passion, you can say. So get it done with Linda and make your life beautiful, wonderful, and successful. Well, Linda.
And
great.
if you come to my website, if you visit my website, lindaduong.com.au, you can actually get a free introductory chapter of my book.
Wow.
Someone, a PhD, get that chapter, and that was already enough for him to actually go and transform someone else's life. After reading that chapter, he did this amazing video to encourage others to live their life and their purpose, because he's also a coach. Wow. So yeah, just go to my website. You can download that free introductory chapter. And if you would like to work with me through link coaching, that's my coaching business, I would love to hear from you. You can email me linda@lindaduong, duong.com.au.
Great.
And I would love to hear from you. And if you
Super.
ever read my book, please share your review.
Feedback.
I have amazing reviews so far, and I'll be able to share with you after our show in the comments so that
Sure.
everybody can have a read. Yes.
Wow. Then, Linda, I think I should not ask your mission now because you have told each and everything in such a systematic manner that life has given you a beautiful motive to transform people, to change everybody's life. And I must say, you are doing your job wonderful. Well,
Thank you.
now I would like to ask only one thing. What message would you like to give to your audience who are waiting for your lovely message?
Well, I just like to remind everyone, don't wait for the dream to come. Go and achieve your dreams. Just do it. Just do it. Whatever it is that you feel you need to do, take the smallest step that you can. Don't think that you have to climb the mountain in one step. Just take small steps, and it will lead you to your dream. That's number one. Number two, I have three, if that's okay. Number two, happiness is not the destination. Don't wait for something happen before I can be happy. You bring happiness to yourself here and now. Access your happiness right here, right now. First, by connecting with yourself more. Connect with yourself more. Ask yourself, what is it that really gives me joy? Not happy. Happy is very elusive word. Happy could be quite unrealistic. It's like, ha ha ha, I could be happy. Like, and you can't be happy forever. Like, you can eat an ice cream and you can be happy. You can eat pizza and you can be happy. But after that, what happened then? What you want is to elicit inner joy, true joy. That's what you want. What is it that makes you feel true joy, joyfully from inside out? That's what you want. And you don't have to wait for that to happen. You can make that happen. Just have to keep looking. You just have to keep asking yourself, what would make me feel joyful? That's number two. Number three, if you don't ever get to hear from me again, this is the ultimate message, is that if anyone is bothered by the war in Ukraine, by all the chaotics around the world, all the chaos, just know that when you achieve your inner peace, that's your power to world peace.
Thank you.
Imagine every single one of us around the world work on our own inner peace. When we feel at peace, we accept ourselves better. We naturally can accept our neighbors, our friends better.
Wow.
There will be no racism. That's when there's no division. There's no whatsoever, like, gender bias whatsoever. And if you're the leader, if you're Putin, if you are whoever, whichever leader in the whichever country, if every single leader access their inner peace, I don't think they will cause war. So my ultimate message is world peace is when we all access our own inner peace. That's the power to world peace.
Wow, super, fantastic, fantabulous, amazing, mind-blowing. And Linda, don't have any adjectives for your beautiful message. And I'm sure people will be motivated and people will be inspired, because when you were telling me your message, I felt like I am meditating. Your powerful words were really, really, really healing to me. And I felt like closing my eyes and listening to your message on, on. And she should not stop. So that's the power in you, which you can transform and make others' life very beautiful, very peaceful. And I must recommend everyone to connect to Linda about her coaching, about her various programs, and make your life transform into an amazing new life. That's the power of Linda. That's the power of Three Hearts, and that's the power of link coaching. So, the happiness is in your hand, whether you want to destroy it or you want to achieve it. It's totally depends on you. So, thank you so much, Linda, for this beautiful, inspirational evening, for rendering us such a great knowledge. I heartfelt thanks to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And if anybody like to read the book, it's on Amazon. So please go ahead and get it. And I would love to hear from all of you. And with that, I love to say thank you so much. And I'll catch you up again next time.
Great. And once we said about Amazon, I would like to say, everyone, please go through Linda's book. It is easily available on Amazon, and write a review. And I'm going to do that too also. And we are all are going to have a beautiful, amazing, and transformed life. So thank you so much, viewers, for watching us. Stay happy, hail and hearty. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye for now.